So Lucas Mateja, Una Pankinen, who of course was the champion on the Dirt 4 Championship, Sam Thornton, Luca Giacomin, Jonathan Schaefer and Jarod Pesch as well. So that is the grid. Mateja and Pesch were the winners. Pankinen and Giacomin were the two drivers that finished second, and Thornton and Schaefer went through. If I remember correctly, particularly Jonathan Schaefer was in fourth for a while, just at the end snuck through into third. It was very close across all of the stages, but there we go. That is the grid. It's going to be very interesting now. We put the quickest three drivers from the two groups earlier up against each other.
Very interestingly, all drivers have gone for the Lancia Delta as well. So that car made famous by Juha Kankkunen, late 80s, early 90s, iconic car, iconic stages. Here we go.
Well, here we go. You'll see the lights are just to the top right of the car. Here they come on. That's 3 lights, that's 4, that's 5. Let's get ready to go in Finland for this first time, and we are away then. So the positions are going to be to the top right of your screen. They'll be updated live, and then to the left shows who is where. The dots and their names will appear next to them. At the moment you can see it's very close. Now this is a much shorter stage. Monte Carlo was a 7-minute stage. This is just 3 minutes, and look at the difference already between the cars and racing on gravel. You can see in the characteristics of the driving there just how different it is.
I mean, yeah, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it? The speed, look at that jump, you know, it is massive. And the pace notes here are so important. Of course, the drivers are going to have practiced and they're going to have learnt it, but they're going to need to be listening to those pace notes being called by the co-driver, because they're blind press. You can't see where that's going after you've reached the ground on that. You need to prepare for the next corner. Massive jumps.
There we go. Well, we are on board with Luca Giacomin at the moment as we go into the left-hander. Katie, I'll hand it over to you to talk us through a little bit of this second section.
Yeah, I mean, they're just absolutely dancing, but you can see the slightly darker lines in the gravel. That's what they're aiming for. They need to stay on those racing lines. That is where the grip is, so they're keeping in those ruts if they can. Nice big cut there, and look at that racing line through there. It's so fast your eyes can barely keep up. This driver knows the road very well.
How hard is it over jumps to keep the car controlled and set yourself up for the next corner as well? I think we saw that in that. Last jump there.
Your brain has to work 2 corners ahead, you know, because the speed you're carrying, if you need to slow the car down, you need to slow it down a few corners beforehand, because look at the speed they're travelling. You just pass these corners in split seconds. But on the left, you can see the dots, and they are all pretty much close together here. There's not a big separation in the group again.
The Dirt 4 champion Una Pankinen is leading at the moment. Lucas Giacomin, the Australian, in second place. And then we have Lucas Mateja in third place. Jarod Pesch is in fourth place at the moment. And then Sam Thornton is in fifth place. Very close though, don't forget it is over 2 stages. So when we get to the end of this stage, we'll still have another stage to go in Greece before we get the overall results. Huge jump there. That was Una Pankinen we're watching sideways over the jump as well.
That was awesome though. He perfectly set it up. He was landing almost 90 degrees to set it up for that right-hand corner and then kicking it back into the left with a nice Scandinavian flick. That's the awesome thing about these Group A cars. They are absolute machines and they handle amazingly if you drive them well.
I know, we should get on board, I think, because we've got one of the biggest jumps about to come up, I'm sure. And I think we're just coming up to it in a couple of minutes' time. But Lucas Giacomin we're on board with at the moment.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? Look, here we go.
There it is.
The yellow house, the famous jump.
Yeah, that is it. So you're landing and then straight into another jump as well. But Lucas Giacomin, who we are on board in third place at the moment. Now we go back to Una Pankinen leading the way. Second place is Lucas Mateja, who won the first group earlier in his quarter-final. Then we have Jarod Pesch in fourth place. Fifth place is Sam Thornton at the moment. We haven't mentioned too much of Jonathan Schaefer, but he is in sixth, and across the line we go. And it looks, well, big crash across the line there. I think that was Schaefer, but Una Pankinen it is who takes the victory, and he will carry over an advantage of 0.6 of a second into stage 2. Second place was Lucas Mateja, then it was Giacomin in third, Jarod Pesch in fourth. Fifth place then was Sam Thornton, Jonathan Schaefer in sixth. The gap between first to 6, 8 seconds, so Jonathan Schaefer in big trouble there. Only the top 2 go through, of course,